I know it's probably a sore subject, but I got to represent the people that are behind me, and they want me to ask about Corsi's post, and I had other things to talk about in between that, but I just I might as well go there now anyway, because
sure.
I mean, I feel comfortable talking to you now. I hope you feel comfortable talking to me. So that's probably the biggest elephant in the room.
Yeah, I think you're just like us. I mean, everybody here, we're just regular, everyday citizens that got involved in this and decided that, we wanted to do something about what was happening to our country. So I think that we have a lot more in common than we think, we thought we did maybe. And then, of course, there's people that put rumors out there. That's one of the things that chans are great for, is like trolling and some people there just like to stir the pot and stuff. So I don't think there's anything to worry about. I think these are all good questions, and some of these are questions like that I have myself. I mean, whatever. I mean, as far as Dr. Corsi goes.
What did you want to know regarding Corsi?
Exactly.
Just start, if you don't mind, and I hate, like I said, I feel a little intrusive and everything, but I know people wonder this, and they wonder, because, you do have a relationship with him. He comes on your show, so you've got to talk to him a little behind the scenes a bit, and I know it's a little intrusive for me to maybe ask,
go ahead.
How
more
it started.
Or less.
Yeah,
we're pretty open here.
How did that all come about? I suppose I'll start with.
Okay, yeah, he started, the way we initially came in contact was we had the subreddit on reddit.com. That was back a long time ago, but he ended up going on there, and he started posting there, and we got in contact that way. And I don't recall how we came in contact further than that. I think we maybe exchanged phone numbers or something at some point.
Okay.
Started talking. Yeah. That's how it happened.
Because some people, I'll say it like this: some people think that either Corsi, I know you guys have to know that some people think Corsi. I'm trying to choose my words correctly. I don't want to offend anyone or anything.
Don't worry about it. No.
Okay, he forced his way in. Some people think he forced his way into this movement or trend, whatever word you describe it, and they look at it as him, pushing his way in for monetary gain now, especially. So I didn't know,
Well, Corsi, I think we had the CBTS thing going on Reddit, and we were in Discord and stuff, and he and his friend, I think Penny, had their show, and I think Corsi started getting involved around January, so it was a month or two into the Q posting, and said he was told to cover it, and so he wanted to come on and do decodes, and we just allow him on like we allow everybody else on to do their decoding.
Okay. I know that's good.
This was in the other Discord. He would come in and kind of a lot of times feed off of the people that were decoding themselves, but he would just pop in every day all of a sudden. I remember that. Sorry, did you?
No, thank you. Yeah, no, that makes sense too. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could go to it and say it now. I mean, a lot of people trust Q, follow Q, and they think that post was directly pointed at Corsi. More so afterwards, when Corsi kind of, did a reverse post and said, on 428, Q's compromised. I didn't know specifically what he thought about that. So.
He seemed to take it that way, yeah.
Yeah,
he did.
He seemed to take it that way. And, I wasn't sure because if you looked at the Q post, it was kind of specific. It was saying, do they ask for monthly payments to be a patriot or something? So
I get that. And I know, look, I put myself in your shoes, Radix, and I probably would have said the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I would have wanted to do that because I know when I know Corsi was there with you, that video I watched, and I know if I would have been there with him, I wouldn't have wanted to maybe. I know one thing I don't like doing is offending someone or hurting someone's feelings, so I definitely would have did that for him. That way.
You watched the video? You mean the other day with me?
Yeah, when he was talking with you.
He has his own opinions, though. Corsi's allowed to say what he wants. I say what I want. And, we had disagreements about Q being compromised, and that's fine, though. I think we're all allowed to disagree.
Okay, so you guys disagree with him. Good, okay. Well,
oh, yeah.
I know some people wonder that, so.
Certainly on that front. Yeah, there's been a number of things that I've disagreed with him on. But,
that's okay. Yeah. Each person here speaks for themselves, and that's, say, like, there's how many of us are in the room tonight? We each speak for ourselves.
Right.
You know, I think Corsi just has a higher profile than all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes we don't agree.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He gets it's an interesting dynamic because he's, like she said, he's so high profile compared to a lot of us here. But we try and sort of treat him the same way that any of us would treat each other when he comes on. And it's different because when he came on here, he's he's got limited time, so we usually give him the floor or let him speak his mind, and then we'll discuss it afterwards. It's generally
understandable, definitely.
Yep.
I see him. He is affiliated with InfoWars. He definitely has a position that people respect, in the so I could see how that would happen, definitely.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to just stop everybody else from weighing in. If anyone else wants to weigh in, I'd love to hear what they have to say also.
Yeah, could I say something about Corsi real quick?
Please.
I'm not sure if my audio quality's all right. I'm driving. But I just want to say, the way that I found Patriot Soapbox was because of Dr. Corsi. He's somebody that I'm not going to say I've followed, but I've definitely paid attention when he spoke, like when he was on Sheriff Joe Arpaio's cold case posse and that kind of stuff. So he was really the way that I found the live stream. Actually, it was before it was a live stream, when he would come on the Discord and they would just post it a couple of hours or however long later. But the whole thing with him kind of blowing up, it wasn't like it was like a switch that got flipped. There was definitely a gradual procession of him kind of becoming more and more really just kind of upset with for lack of a better term, haters, and it just kind of built, because I know I watch all of his live streams that he does, and he was telling people, he's like, look, you're gonna come on here and talk smack and troll, I'm just gonna block you. And I was laughing. I thought it was hilarious. And then I found out over the weekend that there was some stuff that was said on the live stream. So, but you know what? Just like Radix was saying earlier, everybody's entitled to their opinion. And I was taking up for Corsi, not saying he's right, but just saying he's entitled to his opinion all day on the live stream chat. Just like, hey guys, we don't all always have to agree 100% of the time. Freedom of speech isn't there to protect speech that everybody agrees with. It's there to protect the speech that people don't agree with. And he's free to come and go on the channel and on the chats and everything else, and he can state whatever he wants. And if people have an issue with it, they will say something. So I don't want anybody to think that this is this is Corsi's channel or anything like that, because Pam and Radix have done a lot of work behind the scenes, and I'm sure you're aware, being a YouTuber, there's a lot of production that goes in, pre and post, to making this stuff happen. So, anyways, I just want to chime in and say that, it'll all shake loose in the wash. You know what I mean?
Definitely, and it's good to hear that, because I think a lot of people that witness what's happened from the outside, you gotta understand that many people are just clicking from YouTube. The majority of people. So I think that's one of the main issues there. They kind of did affiliate. They thought Corsi was running the show a little, and I think it's actually interesting to. I think it's a good thing, and I'm glad to hear that, because come straight out with it. I expected, and I'll just weigh in as fast as I can, I expected to hear Corsi, give an explanation for some of the things that were brought up about his past. Some people found some of his stuff, and I don't know what it means. I don't think anyone really knows what it means, but I think we wanted to hear what it meant, and we didn't hear that from him, and I think that upset people.
I've seen all that stuff out there. I haven't really dug deeply into it. I know one of the things was something about him being a Knight of Malta, but he did briefly address that and categorically deny it. But that's the only thing I think I've really heard of that stuff that he's addressed.
Yeah,
at least on here.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't want to really talk about the guy while he's not here.
Exactly. No, trust me. Yeah.
Corsi has been involved in this for a long time. He's been writing books and fighting the deep state for a long time. I don't know much about Dr. Corsi's past or anything like that. I don't really it didn't really matter to me. What mattered to me is he's getting the word out about Q, and he's on here doing his decodes, and I think it's important, that we get the word out, and that's how I looked at it. I mean, to me, I think everybody should be able to speak their opinion, and as long as we're all contributing to the movement, I mean, to me, it doesn't really matter. So that's how I felt about it. I don't think anybody's bashing anybody. I think that everybody's allowed to have their own opinion and say what they want to have.
Yeah, that's respectable.
Man.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's bashing him.
No, yeah, definitely not.